morning and welcome back to Building a House from Trees. I'm gonna switch you over to that camera right there, and suddenly the quality of the images here at A House from Trees has improved. I want to thank a unnamed and incredibly benevolent viewer and friend who sent me a great little video camera and still camera. It's a mirrorless DSLR. It's an amazing camera, and I think the image quality is really high. This is literally the first time I'm using it, so we'll see. I'm noticing the lens isn't very clean. I need to clean it, and I think I got it dirty when I was rummaging around with it. Anyway, I want to thank, before I start on this week's episode, I want to thank everybody. People gave me money, which just seems unreal. I felt strange asking for it, and but people are voluntarily doing it, and thank you all so much. Some of you have been incredibly generous, and yeah, it's amazingly comforting and really nice, and yeah, it's gonna help the production quality, it's gonna help the channel, it helps me, it helps the house, it helps, so thank you so much. It's really impressive, and yeah, it's awesome. Humans, they're really neat. On that line, I want to do a Q&A. People have asked about it, and this is something, so a question and answer session about the house and about the project. And so please submit questions in the comments below, or send them to an email. I think you can find my email in there. And I will go through and randomly select the comments that I want to answer. The questions that I want to answer. So yeah, that'll be in the next couple weeks, a Q&A episode. So this week's episode, I am, as you can, well, you probably can't tell from here, maybe you can on this ultra sharp slick little camera. I'm working on getting the roof on the awning there. I've got it built out, I've got the insulation on. And I've also, in this week's video, it's going to be just a bunch of odds and ends. I've wired up some lights and finishing up the strapping on the back of the house on the insulation, and just, this and that. Listen to that crow. I wonder how the audio is in this. I ramble. Yeah, so that's what I'm working on, and I'm hoping to get the metal on the roof today. And if not, you'll see it soon. But then, in the next, I want to get that kind of finished and buttoned up. So that's the project. That's what I'm working on. And again, thank you all so much for giving me money, donating, whatever you want to call it. It was really surprising, and it was really helpful, and will continue to be helpful. Some sort of sky moose fluttering about in the woods. It's two crows fighting or something else. Anyway, on to this week's episode. I've rambled long enough, and thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, yada yada yada. Okay. Well, there you have it. End of milling season, winter, spring 2020. So this is going back to the owner, Brian Winslow. Can't thank you enough. I mean, it's unbelievable. We're gonna do a little mill work together coming up, hopefully in the next few weeks, if health stuff allows. And yeah, the Wood-Mizer LT28. I can't recommend it highly enough. It's an unbelievable rig. It's just, I mean, you can see the results. So. Extraordinarily windy. So I'm gonna start working on getting this rooflet awning roof prepared for the metal roofing, which is coming tomorrow, or it should be coming tomorrow, which is great. I'm building a cold roof here as well, which I can explain by showing you also, but essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to build like a bullnose, a little fence around the edge out of some sub-fascia board 2x that I milled in the beginning of this video, and or some point in this video. Who knows? I haven't edited it yet. I haven't even shot it yet. And then I'm going to put insulation on top of the gray Sisom water shield up there that you've seen in the previous video. And then I'm going to strap that, and then the roofing will go on top of that. So what that accomplishes, basically, it stops thermal bridging, so any kind of heat escaping up through the wood, because wood's not a great insulator. So that 2x6 is under there. They can leak up some heat, even though that's going to be all packed with insulation. That'll be very, very tight and packed with insulation. There's still the potential for it leaking air or R value, leaking BTUs, leaking heat, leaking energy. This whole house building is just a practice and like a study in trying to keep as much heat inside as possible. It's going to take me the rest of my life to accomplish, and I'll never enjoy the warmth, but somebody will. God, it's windy today. Holy moly, there's rain coming. I hope I can get this done before the rain comes. I was supposed to start way earlier, but sometimes you just can't. Look at that. I'm seeing wet on... I think it's raining now. Curses. I hope not. Well, anyway, I've talked long enough. Well, there's the rain. At least I got everything set up just to take it down again. That's the way it works sometimes. God, it's windy. There it is. All right, this time for real. It's not raining today. It's not raining this morning. It's very cold, but it is April in Maine, so it can act exactly the way winter acts sometimes. It's like 24 right now. But a big ball of nuclear energy is gonna heat everything up nice and quickly. Anyway, I'm getting going on building out the sub-fascia on that rooflet, and then just kind of getting it all encapsulated and getting it packed in tight, and get the insulation for the cold roof on top, and getting going. So come along. Okay, that's the sub fascia. You know what I do? It just occurred to me what I'm supposed to do, or how to do this. I'm gonna put down the rigid insulation first, and then I put the big angled sub fascia up, and then I put it planar to that. That makes the most sense because that's what I'm aiming for. I'm talking slowly because I'm cold. Just to be extra redundant, I'm going to tape the seams now. So let's put you in time lapse for that. Time to muckle that giant subfascia up there. I wish it were a little bit drier, but it's pretty dry. All right, why don't you come on up the ladder with me here? God, it's cold. But it's pretty out, and the birds are out. I'm seeing a phoebe right now. Of course, there's really big field of view. I see a phoebe. You can't see anything, but I see a phoebe. I've been seeing a thrush. I've been seeing robin, chickadee, and goldfinches. And I've been hearing the winter wren. I've never seen a winter wren. I'm sure I have, but I don't know what they look like. So I'm going to show you here what the inside of a cold roof looks like. A very small example of a cold roof. This, you know, this probably isn't super necessary here. All this extra work, I probably just could have put the roof right on the Advantech and been completely fine. But again, why not? I've got the insulation. It was free. So I've got almost 3 inches of rigid foam insulation here. And I got a couple screws holding it down before I get the strapping down. I got 6-inch screws going from through the strapping, through the foam, through the Advantech, into the framing of the roof. And that's all the way up through. And then I've got this 2 by 10 1/4 with the same, I milled this, oddly, the exact right angle. It's as if I planned it. So this is 2 by 10 1/4. It's a subfascia, and I'll put the final fascia board. I'm gonna go dig those out from the pile now, and I'll put that over here, and then fascias on the side as well. I'm gonna try to get the fascia boards situated, squared away. But good progress today. I'm happy with this. Nice and solid. All right, going to the lumber piles. It's kind of chaos in here right now. All this strapping that I got milled out that I want to keep under cover. So I'm looking for 1 by 10s, clean 1 by 10s for the fascia boards. God, those are pretty, huh? 9 3/4. I was out of my mind. Right? These are going up there tomorrow. So once I get the fascia boards up, I can get the trim up and then slap the roof on there, and then I can work on the underside here. So it'll be nice to have this done. Kind of one of the little screaming monkeys off my back. Just the countless little things to do around here. I gotta install a septic system. I forgot about that until today when I looked at it and I realized it isn't done. We're getting there. All right, it's freezing cold. Calling it a day. So I've got a line for the level set up to reference the bottom of the fascia boards. Well, I think that looks passable. Okay, it's time for the roof. But first, time for a cold, refreshing seltzer. The drink of builders. Refreshing. Very refreshing. Oh, it's so heavy. It's so heavy. Doing a roof, it's going to be windy. It's a fact. All right, that's the first one. And I think it looks good. have it, a roof. Another little roof. Well, there you have it. There's a roof on the rooflet. It's black and it's very hot in the sun. It's really nice. I was cold in the wind today. It's kind of brisk. It's a beautiful day, but it's brisk. I'm really happy about how it looks. It's really solid. It lined up squarely, oddly, and it looks really good. You know, there's a couple little humps and bumps. It's a rough cut life for me. But it with the fascia board and everything, I think it looks decent, and it's going to be very good at shedding whatever precipitation gets in there. So thanks for watching this week, and like I said earlier in the video at the beginning, make sure you get your questions in for the Q&A. Anything you can think of, and I'll answer it if I want to. All right, thanks for watching this week, and we'll see you out there.